Welcome to the revolution. Do you know why I am the leader? Because I'm the best in the world. I put attitude back where it belongs. So join me.
The crazy Puerto Rican. CPR Jose Ortiz is in the building. Do that dance. Get up and dance.
I need that love.
It's Friday night, and Friday nights belong to Clubhouse Dance Music. 25 years plus, right here at 90.7 FM, WTCC. Tonight is a very special night. It's Jill Tirrell night, right here at Clubhouse Dance Music, as she will join us live in the studios in just a few minutes. In the backgrounds is the legendary Todd Terry featuring Jill Tirrell, and be with you tonight. Once again, a CPR with you on Clubhouse Dance Music and the CPR's Clubhouse podcast. You can join us by logging on to WTCCFM.org, or you can join us by going to the TuneIn Radio app and looking for 90.7 FM WTCC, and of course ExtremeMixRadio.com. You can also find us for free on iTunes, Podomatic, SoundCloud, Mixcloud, Spreaker, YouTube, and the Stitcher app under CPR's Clubhouse. And right now, we continue on.
Gotta get over you.
More Jill Tirrell with you on Clubhouse Dance Music as she features Julio Mena.
Gotta get over you.
This is the duet Runaway, and as I stated before, joining us live right here is going to be Jill Tirrell live on Clubhouse Dance Music and the CPR's Clubhouse podcast. Right now is Todd Terry featuring Jill Tirrell and Julio Mena, and this is Runaway on the only freestyle show that matters, Clubhouse Dance Music, CPR's Clubhouse, the podcast. It's Friday night. Turn it up nice and loud. It's Jill Tirrell night on the show.
Memories of this place in my mind as I sing the same old song.
dance music.
Dance
Music.
Dance
Music.
Dance
Music. Clubhouse dance music. Your number one source for everything freestyle.
Gotta get over you. Gotta get over you. You.
I'm not over you, girl, I can't pretend.
Gotta get over you. You.
I'm not over you, girl, I can't pretend.
Gotta get over you.
Now, it's Clubhouse dance music with CPR Jose Ortiz on 90.7, 90.7 WTCC and WTCC HD Springfield.
It's Jill Tirrell night right here on Clubhouse Dance Music, and she's coming up in just a few short moments right here on 90.7 FM WTCC, WTCCFM.org, and of course, we're on live worldwide on the TuneIn Radio app. Just look for 90.7 FM WTCC or ExtremeMixRadio.com. We're jamming Freestyle in New England, and now the world once again is Jill Tirrell. She's looking for a real love. You see what happens when I talk? Last week on the Top 10 Countdown, what did I say? I'm right here, baby. Bull of the Woods. And guess who's coming to the show today live? It's Jill Tirrell. CPR with you, jamming Freestyle in New England, and now the world.
Baby, baby, kisses and a sweet word you whisper. I need a true love. I want the real one. No candy and no flowers. No, I don't want to be showered with a lie. So bye-bye. Honey, save your money. Accessories, they won't impress me. I want a real love. Don't bring me fancy diamonds, 'cause I'm not a girl who you could ever buy. So bye-bye. What I want is a real love from you. Can you show me it's something you would? What I want is a real love. And if you really need me, you gotta keep on pleasing me. What I want is a real love from you. Loyalty is the only thing that what I want is a real love. And if you wanna know me, you gotta keep on showing me. The flaming and the pointing of your finger makes me not want to be near you. No, I can't hear you. It's true, I'm not convenient, but why should my love come easy when my value is so high? Just turn away. Say drama for another chick. Don't complicate my happiness. Just keep it moving. Just keep it moving. What I want is a real love from you. Can you show me it's something you would? What I want is a real love. And if you really need me, you gotta keep on pleasing me. What I want is a real love from you. Loyalty is the only thing that what I want is a real love. And if you wanna know me, you gotta keep on showing me. Just keep it moving, just keep it moving. And if you really need me, you gotta keep on pleasing me. Just keep it moving, just keep it moving. And if you wanna know me, you gotta keep on showing me. Just keep it moving, just keep it moving. And if you wanna please me, you gotta show me. Just keep it moving, just keep it moving. And if you wanna touch me, you gotta show me love. What I want is a real love from you. Can you show me it's something you would? What I want is a real love. And if you really need me, you gotta keep on pleasing me. What I want is a real love from you. Loyalty is the only thing that what I want is a real love. And if you wanna know me, you gotta keep on showing me. Honey, save your money. Accessories, they won't impress me.
Dance music.
Dance music.
Dance music. Clubhouse dance music. Your number one source for everything freestyle.
We're 90.7 FM, WTCC. This is Clubhouse Dance Music and the CPR's Clubhouse podcast. And joining us right now in the studios live from New York City, we got the lovely Jill Tirrell. Jill, how are you?
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
I'm excited that you're here. It's almost a 2-year process.
Almost, right? I'm not counting. I always say, oh, it's like about a year.
Yeah, some change, right? You burst into the scene with Todd Terry. I know that you have previously done some other projects, but it was the Freestyle Forever project that really catapulted you into the freestyle scene like no other. Everybody was obsessed with Be With You Tonight. And how did you feel about the reception that you got originally with that particular song?
Very overwhelming for me. It was really cool. I always say it. The reception that everyone has given me and still gives me makes me so happy. Music is the happy thing in my life, you know? So everybody makes me feel so happy. They're so welcoming. I've never felt so accepted ever in my life for something that, you know, I really have always wanted to do.
You have become celebrated in our music, and you know, people have welcomed you with open arms, the audience especially. What do you think that is? What do you think people have become attracted to you in a way where it's kind of overwhelming sometimes? Because I see, like right now, I'm getting requests to come to the studio and meet you, and I'm sure some people will be at the door shortly.
Shout out to Melissa and the truck full of girls. What's up?
Exactly. So, you know, how do you feel about that?
I mean, it's great. It's such a dream. It's like my total dream. It's wonderful that people are so kind. And I think that, I don't know, maybe just people just like the sound and the heads who are like so into it. Maybe it's something new and a little refreshing, you know? And I try to come correct with everything that I do. I try to make sure the quality is really good. You know, I'm working with Todd, which is wonderful. So,
how did that relationship start?
Todd and I did some house songs together. And one day, and we did something and nothing really ever popped off. It was never really given proper label pushes. But one day he said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring freestyle back. I'm going to make a freestyle CD. And I think he almost did it like as a goof, like, you know, like as a moment, like watch what I do. And so he said, you want to demo some songs for me? So I went into the studio with him and I was demoing songs for, you know, bigger names that I won't mention. And I said, let me hear the rest of the tracks that are going to be on this CD, you know, because I was actually demoing songs for 2 male artists.
Correct. And
so I said, let me hear it. And he played these tracks and he got to track number 5. And I was like, wait, stop. That's mine. What do you mean that's yours? I said, Todd, listen, I have this vision. I was doing house stuff under Krista. I said, I don't want to be Krista anymore. I want to be me. And this song that you're playing right now, this track, I would like pump this track in my car. This is exciting me just hearing it.
And that's what happened. As soon as the compilation was released, the song just catapulted to number 1 here on the show. I'm not sure if I can keep track of how many weeks it was number 1. I believe it was 11. I may have lost count, but it's just that beat, that voice together, blended, Todd Terry and you. What a project Be With You Tonight turned out to be.
It was so cool. And then Albert Cabrera, you know, I was speaking with him. He said, listen, I haven't done anything. I haven't touched freestyle for 10 years. He came out of a 10-year hiatus to do that rework, which, you know, I'm like a sucker for the edits.
The rework is ridiculous. We played it here already for you. And I just love Albert Cabrera. I love what he adds to the music. And the original was perfect to me until I heard the rework. And, you know, it just became a favorite. As a matter of fact, no one knows this, but you're my ringtone. And people are like, so, you know, you are my ringtone. When people call me, Jill Tirrell's Be With You Tonight comes on. And
for everybody who can't see, I'm throwing up a little hand heart.
Even when she was mad at me, I still had her as my ringtone.
I was never mad at you.
I know. People just said that you were mad at me just so I don't talk to you. Anyways, that's not the point.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
People, when it comes to freestyle, some people get territorial. You know what I mean? Like, if, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, or the other one is, you can't talk to him because I don't like him. You know what I mean?
I think that's probably not just freestyle. That's probably human nature. So the smartest of people just don't pay any attention to that.
I just love the fact that, after all this time that we haven't spoken, you just picked up the phone and called me. Hey, can I pass by the studio next week? Yes. Okay, great. I mean, how easy was that?
Yeah, totally easy. I'm not into it. I really put on horse blinders. Like I was saying, I do not look to the sides of that negative BS.
And I like that. I like that. You know why? Because I see that you're perfecting your craft. I seen a show that you did in New York City, and you had these dancers that were amazing.
I love them.
Your show was flawless. You get it. You got the it factor. And I'm not saying that because you're sitting next to me, because you know for a fact that I'm very blunt, and I
know your character.
Yes,
I
you know how we are.
understand it. You're totally like me, but a little bit meaner.
Yes, I'm definitely meaner, and I just like good freestyle music, and I like people to get it. There's a lot of people that are trying to be in freestyle that shouldn't be, and so you belong here. And the reason we know you belong here is because you're perfecting your craft, and you're a hustler. You're the prettiest hustler I know.
Thank you.
And I say that with
I'm not sure what that means, hustler.
Due
What
respect.
exactly do you mean by that?
You charm people into getting your way, and you book yourself from what I've been told. You get your own gigs at times. You promote yourself like no other.
Yes, I do.
You write your own music.
But isn't that what we're supposed to be doing?
You co-produce. Yeah, but here's the thing. People get upset because we don't feature them on the show. All they have to do is look at the Jill Tirrell formula and just copy it. And she doesn't even mind, because it's a formula that, it's a worldwide formula. You want to promote yourself.
Right. There's nothing new under the sun.
Exactly. So you're here live, right? And then the lazy freestyle artist that just wants to be given everything up front, they won't even travel to come here and sit here and have an interview, which is like the oldest trick in the book. You want to get fans. You want to have people support you. You got to travel.
Well, and it is all about my supporters and everything for me, but I really appreciate you. I really do, because you were on me, playing me since the beginning. I didn't really know about much of it, and you called me one day. CPR calls me and is like, hey, so we have, no, maybe it was on Facebook. It wasn't even, because you didn't have my number. Your song is on my radio show. It's going to be #1 this week. I'm like, what? Yeah. That's so cool. For me, awesome. This is all a dream.
And to me, is a great thing when people become attracted to a song, because it's natural. You hear a song, that's a hit. People are attracted to it. People buy it. People play it. And again, Be With You Tonight was that particular song for you. Now, moving forward, you did a duet with Julio Mena.
Right. I've heard of Julio from your show, because every week I would tune in to see if am I going to be #1 again? And there was this artist who was always #2. And I'm like, is he going to beat me? But wait, I kind of like his voice.
Yeah, and he's a very talented man, and you took him under your wing. And so did Todd Terry. And, the great thing about it is that Runaway came out of it. I know that you even traveled here to do the demo in Springfield.
Yeah.
And then you had Todd and Julio work together on it to do the finished product. But there's a video online right now for Runaway that they can check out. Mm-hmm. There's a video for Be With You Tonight online that they can check out. Mm-hmm. And there's a video for your new song, Real Love, which we'll get to in a few minutes. Mm-hmm. But what was it like working with Julio Mena? Because, he has a reputation.
Julio is very chill. Julio doesn't care. He is not uptight. He's the complete opposite of how I am. I'm very planned and organized. When are we going to do this? At what beat is this going to come in? And he's just like, hey, yeah, try this. I'm like, do you want to do a song together? Because I love your voice. And I was thinking we were going to do a cover. And he said, yeah, definitely. Let me send you some beats that I made. And I was like, no, I was thinking of this cover or this cover. And he was like, no, we have to do an original song. Let me send you some stuff. So,
did you like the fact that they were comparing Runaway to Dream Boy, Dream Girl?
I mean, that's insane. That's such a wonderful thing to say. I wouldn't compare the two.
But I think it's a nice thing to say 25 years after the song was released. I mean, the song went gold on Micmac Records, and, has been one of the greatest freestyle songs of all time. And for you to be in 2015 putting out a duet with another artist, and for people to compare it to a duet like Dream Boy, Dream Girl, I think, Cynthia and Johnny O, I mean,
Major honor.
the kings of the duet
Yes.
in our
That
genre
is
of music.
the duet, yes.
So
That is it.
And I thought I was like, when I first saw the quote, I was like, come on, But then after a while, you think about the song, you listen to it, and you do your parodies or you make fun of certain parts of the song.
Don't treat me like a ghost, Jose.
Yeah, I won't treat you like a ghost. Did that bother you?
No, I thought that was so funny with Casper. That's like it's so cool. Like you're talking about me. That's really cool. You're quoting my lyric.
I actually have one too for Real Love.
Oh, what is it?
There's a part on Real Love where I think you're saying,
Okay.
the vacuum is on high.
No, I definitely.
I know what you're saying.
Okay.
Because my value is so high. I know
Yes.
that. But there's a part where I'm like, she's talking about her vacuum? She's talking about her vacuum cleaner? So I was going to do one.
I like the vacuum on high too.
Yeah, it's
Get
like-
the rug nice and clean.
So I was going to take a picture of you, superimpose it, clean the rugs.
Well, where is it? I want to see that.
I couldn't do it. I just, people get really upset. I just did one for Alex the Latin Nation. I'm not sure if you saw it.
Oh, yeah, I saw it, Jim
For Cinco
Carrey,
de
right?
Mayo one. I did a Willie Valentine hat delivery one.
That was so funny. Well, Jim Carrey's hysterical too, so that's like, that's a safe route.
Some of you out there are like, what are they talking about? I just create these little videos with the music of the artist, and I just, poke fun at them. And it's on my Facebook page. That's Facebook.com/CPR's Clubhouse. You're on Twitter and you're on Facebook. Do you want to quote? Promote that?
I'm on Jill Tirrell everywhere. At Jill Tirrell on Instagram, Jill Tirrell Music on Facebook. Vacuum is so high.
Yeah, the vacuum is on high. Yeah. So we're Jill Tirrelling right now. That's another
I
thing.
love Jill Tirrelling.
Hashtag Jill Tirrelling. That's something I came up with.
Yes, you did.
And
That's
the
your
fans,
coined phrase. Oh, guess what? When I was walking in here, guess what I found?
a picture of Melissa.
No, I can't wait to meet Melissa.
I can't wait for her to meet you, but not here. Hopefully she's not. Oh, is that her outside? She got the vacuum on high. Anyways.
When I was walking in, a heads up penny, and I don't even care if they're heads up or heads down, but that was such a good sign. And then I picked it up and it said 2014.
Nice.
Yeah, total sign. Yay. You're buzzing on.
So now that you have Real Love released, what's next for you? I mean, you have a video for every song that you've put out. Real Love was one that was near and dear to you. You had a lot to do with that song, correct?
Yeah, I have a lot to do with all of my songs. So far, I've written all my songs. I mean, the one with Julio, I wrote half. My part.
Good.
But yeah.
And that was a unique song in itself because the it was different. The guy's talking about, do you think of me when you're alone? She's like, hell no, I'm trying to get away from you.
Right. When he first had sent it to me, the melodies were the same and the chord progressions were the same, but the lyrical content was half different. His stayed the same, but I said, listen, do you mind if I change half of the song? I want to write something different. I don't want to keep going where you're going. He said, yeah, do whatever you want. You're cool. So I changed it, and he was cool, and I made it that I had to get the hell away.
Yes, and I loved it because it was different. So Real Love, where did that story come from? Is that factual? Are you looking for real love?
Well, it doesn't say I'm looking for real love. It says I want a real love.
Well,
which,
you
yes,
want
doesn't everyone? I wouldn't say I'm looking, but yeah, I would definitely take it. I'm open for it. It's hard for me, CPR.
So Mother's Day, I get you a vacuum and put it on high.
No problem, yes. Right to my heart. I love my shark, actually. Got it from Costco.
See, I knew you got a shark from Costco.
But yeah, I think everything that I write comes from some type of personal place. And usually it's easiest to write about something that you feel, So I guess at that moment, the lyrical content of the song is just that. And it doesn't even have to be with like a lover love. It could be with anybody, like people who just want to be around you for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, it could be the audience that that you want support from. You want the real love. Yeah,
I do. I get their real love.
Yeah,
I do.
You been in the New York scene. How's that so far for you? Has it been hard to break through the New York scene, the freestyle New York scene, or has it been easy? I know that you have somebody representing you, Andre Faria, 6 Cents. Mm-hmm. How's that experience going?
Andre Faria helps me a lot. He gets me booked on really big shows, which is really cool. And like I keep saying, it's like a dream. I'm really grateful for the opportunities that I have. I don't know if it's hard or not, because I don't have anything to compare it to. It's just what is happening, And I feel like I'm really lucky that I'm taken seriously and that I'm given these opportunities and that I get to open for George Lamond and TKA and that I get to do this because not everyone does.
TKA, K7 just called me right now before you came in and said break a leg. So
oh, yay.
And
I love Kay. He's very cool. All of them are so nice, gracious with giving advice and really wonderful. No one ever throws any kind of shade at me. People are, the bigger the artist, the nicer they are.
I never in my wildest dreams would have thought that K7 will be one of my best friends, but
so cool.
He is, and I grew up, listening to his music, playing his music, wanted to be on the radio, playing his music, so it's kind of overwhelming sometimes, and it's overwhelming right now to finally have you here in the studio, and sometimes I play it cool, but you can see that, my armor is chinked a little bit, and that's because, we've come full circle, we started having you here on the radio, via telephone. We had even your kid on the,
we had
the radio.
Sleepover party.
The sleepover party.
You called me out. You mommed me up that night really bad.
Yes.
I told CPR in confidence, listen, I will do the phoner tonight, but I'm having a sleepover with like 8 little girls. So it has to be quick. And as soon as I get on air, he's like, so you're having a sleepover with 8 little girls. And I'm like, all right.
Is that what I sound like?
Yeah.
I sound like a munchkin from Wonderland, or
well, you have like that powerful, No,
that wasn't powerful at all. It's like I sucked on helium for an hour.
Sorry, that was my rendition. But yeah, so I was like, all right, let's throw these girls on air. But yeah, I'm glad that we've come full circle. I'm really grateful to you. You say, is it hard? The thing that's hard is to get on the radio, especially in New York. New York radio, that's like, if you get on New York radio, you're off the island. I'm still kind of on the island. And I think that's the main difference between, the people on the come up like me and classic artists. They had their songs. They were like, number 1 hits on radio stations.
Right.
They had crazy exposure. For me, it's been a lot more organic.
Yeah, and that's the best part, too, that has happened naturally and organically, and that you have a fan base. I mean, I just posted that you were going to be here, and, minutes later, it's like 135 likes and a bunch of comments, and everybody saying how sweet and nice you are. They don't really know her personally like I do.
Yes, we're best
when I turn this
friends.
mic off, she's going to have her pimp hand and smack me sideways, and she's like, don't you ever talk to me like that again.
That's how I talk?
I don't know. I was just trying to
ever
talk to me like that again.
Don't you ever talk to me like that again.
Like something like that. But last week, I was playing your song, and I was saying, you're looking for real love. I'm right here, below the woods, baby. And then, like...
You know what? That's what you do. You got to throw it out into the universe, and look what happens.
Yeah, you're here
Hello?
live in the studio with me, and I'm over here, like, all nervous, not because you're here, but you have a bodyguard right over there. And he's a real legitimate bodyguard, and he's not even sweating me right now. He's like... Say something else. Say something else. Yeah. Say real love. Say the vacuum is on high one more time and see what happens.
You think Mr. E isn't looking, and he's watching. He's watching the whole time.
Mr. E is the coolest, calmest, and most collected person I've met in a long time. He's just chilling.
It makes me feel happy when
he doesn't
he's
even
here.
He doesn't sweat. He doesn't flinch. Nothing. And
I go out and do shows, and people want to take pictures with Mr. E, right? Like, it's like, oh yeah, you were great. Can I take a picture with him?
Nice.
Sure. Yeah.
Nice. Now, what about your dancers? What are your dancers' names? The ones that you were featured on that particular show that's available online that people can actually look at online. Look for Jill Tirrell on YouTube and see some of the performances. They're very well done.
They're fantastic. Jeff Cowens is not only a dancer for me; he's my main choreographer, and he put together the whole show. I contacted him. He goes out with Crystal Waters a lot, and they tour a lot. But I contacted him and I said, I really want to come correct with this show, and I want to step it up a notch. I was so new at performing, and before I even involved dancers, I wanted to make sure that I was straight up there alone and that I could do it and I was okay. And then when I did the duet with Julio, it made it even easier for me because Julio would break my ice a little bit. I would get super nervous up there. And so finally, when I felt like everything was cool, I was doing it for a few months, I contacted Jeff, my choreographer, and he put together this show. And, I have a few guys, K.O. and Carlton, and different guys that come out and dance for me.
All your videos right now are also available on Vivo, which
Yes.
is very, very interesting for me. How, again, you're a self-promoter, you get yourself onto these places. And so when you put yourself on Vivo, I'm like, she's the real deal. She's not messing around. And, if you have Vivo, the app, you can also go on YouTube and check out Jill Tirrell's Be With You Tonight. You can also check out the duet, Jill Tirrell and Julio Mena, Runaway. The video is available right now. And also the new song, Real Love, where you can see her with a vacuum on high.
Thank
on
you
YouTube.
for plugging it for me. That's very nice. I waited a really long time to do this. I was in the industry on the inside, and I felt like for a long time in my life, I couldn't do what I wanted to do for, my personal reasons. I had a different life. And one day I just decided, I'm going to change this. I'm going to change it and go for my dreams and do what I want to do. And so I'm really concerned with everything that I do, that it's the right way. When you talk about like our little miscommunication, it comes from a good place in my heart. Like it comes from just my intention of just putting out the best possible product. And
even though we had, I'll explain it. There was an issue with Runaway, the song. When it was in demo form, I was given the demo form, and it wasn't a finished product. No one consulted with Jill, and I was
like, "Oh hell no, you're not putting that on the air." And he's
Yes.
like, "Yes, I am. I'm a DJ for 25 years." And I was like, "No, you're not."
Wow, I love the way she just recapped the whole thing in seconds. But what happened was that, Julio gave me Runaway, said I was, the one with the exclusive. Go ahead, play it this week. It doesn't matter. And then Jill called and was like, "No, you're not playing it." And I'm like, "Well, you can't take a song back from a radio show." You know what I mean? But because you were working with Julio, and I know how things could be, he could be very eager. I respected that, and
I understand that. I understand like an eager, it's like your baby, your music. You make it, and as soon as you're done, you're like, "Oh, I want everyone to hear this," But sometimes you have to wait. Like babies, sometimes they're not cute when they're first born. You wait a few months, and they get a lot better.
I resented the song though for a while. I did. I was like, I don't care. You know what I mean? It just and it was because of it had the bad taste in my mouth situation.
That's understandable. I totally
and it's
understand.
like I can't believe we had a great friendship, and then after that she's like, "I'm suing you, CPR, if you play my song." And I'm like, "Jill, is that you?"
No.
Hello, Jill.
I wasn't going to do that.
There was a small war going on, and just a 30-second phone call from Todd Terry changed it all. It says like, it's kind of unique when you have Todd Terry calling you and saying, "Hey."
Yeah, I was no part of that. I didn't even know that was happening.
Yeah, Todd Terry called me up and said, "Hey, what's going on with you and Julio?" I'm like, "Oh God, you're involved in this too?" So it was, it was Todd Terry who mended the fences. But
my whole point is that for me, I wasn't coming from like a nasty.
No, I know, and I totally respected you for the fact that you were sticking up for what you believed in, and that you were taking care of yourself, and I understood completely because I've dealt with Julio forever, and so I understand that he could be overzealous and he wants to have the exclusive. So I do appreciate that as well. The fact
I would totally want you to have the exclusive too. Like that's totally cool. Great. And you guys are boys and you're from the same area and great. But it had to be right first. Like that's my
and it
whole
wasn't.
point.
You're completely right because I have the demo and the whole package when it was released months later and the video came out with it. You totally understand it. You're like, great. It worked out for it, the song, and it's probably the most popular song duet on the show. Maybe it's because of Melissa, but whatever the case.
Melissa De Jesus.
Yeah, I know. Melissa's a super fan. It's George Lamont on one wall, Jill Tirrell on the other.
You know what? I'm giving Melissa a lot of attention, and she deserves it. But there are a lot of people who are tuned in who have hit me up. Victor, a lot of people who are telling me, Terry, a lot of people are tuning in right now.
Mickey Covey?
Yep, Mickey's tuned in. A lot of people are tuned in, and, I really appreciate it.
Terry Lou Rivera is also listening. There's some other folks that are logged into you. Steve Rutigliano, Anthony Menino.
All these guys are really big supporters. I really,
Vargas,
really appreciate it.
Reese Morales Pagan.
Oh, hey.
GA, George Anthony.
I called George when I was on my way. And I said, what does CPR like to eat? I'm so sorry I don't have anything. I just wanted to get here and make sure I was here in enough time to sit down and talk with you and give you proper time. but I really wanted to bring like some.
No, you don't.
Banana
Your
or something.
milkshake brought me to the yard. Don't worry about it.
It brings all the boys.
Yes, well, Jill Tirrell, thank you so much. Good luck tonight. I know you got to get going. You got a show to prepare for.
Yes, and we have the countdown right now.
The countdown, it won't be available. There is a countdown coming up. It's the countdown for Cutting Records. It's a countdown that we did a few months back where we celebrated Cutting Records. There's a replay of that particular song coming up. I'm sorry, that show coming up. But next week, the countdown will return. And hopefully you'll be like number one next week, right?
Maybe. We'll see.
Because this is the only song that hasn't reached number one. You know?
Oh, well then hello, people with the freak.
Exactly.
Better be.
Anything you want to say before I get out of here?
What do I want to say? I am doing a show at Resorts World Casino with Tony Moran, which I'm super excited about. Next week, I think it is. Everything's on my Facebook, Jill Tirrell, or on sixthsense.com.
Even the music finished. What happened here?
Ooh. And, you know, I have some new stuff coming up. I think you're going to like it, Jose.
I'm sure I am. One thing that I will say about you is the fact that you're persistent and quality is your motive. So that's awesome.
Yes.
So thank you for coming live to the radio station. Good luck tonight on your show.
I'll see you later.
And say hello to the fans out there before you go. Like anybody that you may have forgotten.
I am so appreciative to everyone who listens to this show from all different states. I have people tuned in different countries right now. And I'm so appreciative of everyone who hits me up on Facebook, who gives me messages, who tells me, I mean, people literally make me cry. They tell me about my lyrics, you know, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. It's really, really my dream. It's always going to be something positive for me.
And on that note, just remember that Massachusetts, Springfield, Massachusetts, used to see you at Freestyle Fridays Live.
I know. We have to do this.
I know.
That would be really cool.
I did reach out to Andre and, you know.
You know what? The one night that that you had mentioned, I'm doing something for WWE. So I had already booked it. And it's kind of a big
for
deal.
What?
WWE.
The wrestling company?
Yes.
First of all, you don't come here to my show and talk about wrestling without, you know, involving me somehow because I'm the biggest. See, there are two things that I know about, freestyle and pro wrestling. Me and K7 talk about it all the time. That's why we get along so well. We know so much crap about freestyle and so much crap about wrestling that when we pass away, we don't even know if we'll be able to pass on this knowledge. So what are you doing with John Cena? That's what I'm saying.
There's this convention in Jersey. I don't even know the details. Mr. E, do you know the details?
June 6th.
It's called the Legends of the Ring, and it's WWE, and it's in Jersey somewhere. I don't know my schedule. You need to check sixthsense.com.
I will. I'm going to stalk you now because you're going to a wrestling event. I'm going to be in a mask. Jose Listerio.
Maybe you can teach me some stuff because I feel like I don't really know a lot of it. I need to to know what
I will teach you
walking
all
into.
the wrestling moves that you need to, but you can't have Mr. either.
No moves. Just like the people and who I need to look out for.
Oh, you want me to teach you the people stuff, so I can't. Okay, so
I don't know much about it.
I thought you wanted to, give me the stunner. You know what I mean? Like kick me in the stomach and give me the stunner, or the Jill Tirrell rock bottom. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know what you mean. I only know the rock, and I'm sometimes. I was just talking about this with a friend. I'm confused with a major wrestler named Stacy Keibler. I've gotten free meals off of this because, Stacy, here, your dinner's on the house. And I'm like, my name's Jill. Thanks, though. I'll take it.
Stacy Keibler, that's the woman that dated George Clooney before he got married.
Oh, George. Good, nice.
Yeah, so that's good. That's awesome.
I want a real love.
And the vacuum is on high. Everybody, this is Jill Tirrell. And don't forget that you can check her out at Facebook. Under Jill Tirrell. You can Google her. She's everywhere.
I'm Googleable. Thanks for listening, everybody, and for tuning in. I really appreciate it.